Hello, everyone. I want to share with you how to set your target once you're in the trade. Okay, so we've already talked about how to set your stop losses, and I had done a previous video called Smart Stop Losses. Take a look at that if you have a chance. And I first begin with a Nifty look at Nifty, and you know that yesterday Nifty had a huge gap down, and then it pulled its way up a little bit, and then again today as well, it went on up from there and passed through this resistance of 17,609, and it's gone further and it's moving toward the next area of resistance. Okay, so things are looking good. If you have entered some stocks that are moving in the right direction, and I mentioned to you someone that I'm helping right now, as in the learning process, with just 2,000 rupees capital, and entered. The aim was to enter three companies, the three stocks, but instead, this trade ended up with four. So this trader had somewhat of a mistake, and it ended up with four, no problem. Still, all of that came out to be in the profit zone. So first, I'll begin with BEL. Okay, so BEL, the reason for entering the trade, you'll see, first of all, there are several reasons here. One is that the 200 moving average, the 60 moving average is above the 200, the 20 is above the 60, and the stock price is above the 20. That's one good sign. The other sign is that there was a trend line, which the trend line, it's good. You can swing up and down in the trend line, but here it looks like the trend line has been crossed. All right, that's the second one. And third good thing is the all-time high also has been crossed. So there are several reasons why this trade looks really good. That doesn't mean anybody watching this video should buy it. I do not recommend that you buy this. You do your own analysis, and you need to decide for yourself if this is something for you to buy. But this particular trader has entered, and the entry level is right here, and she's sitting at a profit of about 5.6%, about 6%, something like that, 5.5 to 6% profit right now. All right. So what should the aim be? Well, since it has crossed the all-time high, there is no no resistance that you can point to that resistance and say, okay, just go up to that resistance and get out. There's nothing like that. Already made 6%. Is 6% something that you just become satisfied and stop there? Well, here's something you can do. If you look at this swing low, okay, one of the things you will notice is, not 100%, but quite often you will see this, you'll have several days of sideways movement, and then 1, 2, 3 days of an upward movement, and then a few days of sideways movement. In this case, it's only been about 2 or 3 days, and then an upward movement, and then a few days of sideways movement, an upward movement, more sideways movement, upward movement, and then it's moved down and going up. So some of these levels, you'll find that there is a resistance, and you can use that smart stop loss video. You get this similar idea. So see my recommended stop loss right here. So she has entered this trade, and the aim right now is to put the stop loss here. So you just keep following this and watching this. Now, if you had entered here, right, somewhere at this candle while it's going up, I would say place the stop loss right down here, okay, at 222.75 or just 222 flat. Okay, that's what I would recommend. And then wait until it goes to the next level, okay? And then, when you get to the next level, there's this kind of sideways move again. Okay, I wouldn't move the stop loss yet. I would wait until it goes to that following level here. Once it's at this level going sideways, consolidating sideways, then I would move the stop loss up here. Okay, then when it goes up here and goes sideways, I would move the stop loss here. Because why is that? Because this seems to be a level of support. The price is not going below this. This seems to be a level of support. The price is not going below this. Do you see this? Okay, and then here's another level of support where the price refuses to go below that. Here's another level of support where the price refuses to go below that. Okay, so eventually what you could do with this trade, especially since it's crossed the all-time high, well, what you could do is just wait and let it go as far as it will go, and then when it goes up again, and then you follow this pattern of finding an area of support and move your stop loss like right here, and then when it goes up again, just keep waiting until it goes up, and then you can move the stop loss according to that. Okay, in other words, I told you that I would put the stop loss here in the beginning and then move it up to here, then move it up to here, then move it up to here, then move it up to here. And then if this is going to be a sideways move, I don't know. Once it breaks out of that, I would put the stop loss here, right about at the all-time high, and then keep following it. That's called a trailing stop loss, a trailing stop loss. Now, BEL seems to have all of the characteristics of one of those stocks that you could follow through like this. Why? Well, and this does not have anything to do with the company or the fundamentals of the company. This is entirely on the price action. Okay, and you see the several moving averages, all of that being respected, and then the stock price going up, and the all-time high being broken through. All of these are good, and then the channel pattern, okay, which was respected for so long, that channel pattern has already also been broken through. So there's a lot of reasons why this may continue to go up. Right now, is that 100% possibility? No, nothing is 100%. I would say maybe 70 or 80% chance that it could move on much further. I don't know to what level. I don't know how to give any numbers like that. Right now, it's trading at around 306.50 is where it closed. Okay, today's market closed 306.50. Now, we don't know what's going to happen, but I think that there's going to be like a 70% chance it will eventually continue moving up. But then there's also that 30% chances could just go straight down. That's why the stop loss is there. Okay, so with BEL, because of all of these factors, it looks like something that has a good possibility of continuing to move up. Maybe later on we'll talk about the difference between a probability and possibility. Okay, all right, and so I would say that BEL has all the probabilities to continue moving up. Okay, the possibility could be just about anything. Now look at Federal Bank. Okay, Federal Bank has had, you see this move there? All right, a lot of sideways move and attempted to go up, but then the 200 period moving average acted as a resistance and it went back down. But this time when it pushed up, it pushed through the 200 period moving average, which caused the moving averages to line up in a good fashion, where the 200 has been crossed by the 20. Okay, the 60 is still down here, but still, this is a good sign. All right, and so what should we do? Well, the all-time high is up here, and you'll see this sideways move, and then it's making its move up, and then here again, because due to that drop yesterday, it did go down further, but then it didn't go down to the stop loss. So she's still safe, and it continues up. So with this, I would suggest putting a target at the all-time high with this one. Okay, like around 12%, 13%, something like that. I would suggest that. Now, how long will it take to get there? I don't know. Okay, you could get there in just within a week's time, or it could take much longer because you could have one of these sideways moves. See this sideways move where you can spend a week or so or longer just going sideways from here. Okay, and then it may continue going up. So these the moving averages look fairly good now. You see this, the stock price above the 20 above the 60, and the 60 above the 200. So those also have lined up. Okay, and so I would place the all-time high as your target. Okay, now if it crosses the all-time high, okay, then you could re-enter if you want. All right, or just take the profits and look for other companies to invest in. All right, next one is NTPC. Okay, NTPC Limited. This is let me show you some of the things that look good for that. Is the channel pattern is being respected. See the up and down, up and down, up and down move. And here is the 200 period moving average, and the 60 is above that, 20 is above the 60, and the stock price is above the 20. All of those looking good. Okay, now here is the entry. But normally, this would be a point of resistance, and it is. You see this. This could be like a point of resistance. So what should the target be? Well, since the entry was right here, I wouldn't put the target there yet. Okay, but I would definitely put a stop loss. Okay, now this one, no stop loss has been placed yet, at least on my chart. And where should the stop loss be? Okay, look for the most recent level of resistance. Here's one, and here's a stronger resistance right here. Okay, so I would put the stop loss right down here. Here it is, 150, 155. I would put it something like, let's see, 152. Yeah, 152 might be a good place to put the stop loss there. Okay, and then I would just watch it and see if it continues to move up and keep moving the stop losses there. And we don't know how far this will go up, but once it gets near the top of the channel pattern, this is where I would look to get out. That would be about 10%. Okay, that would be about 10%. And again, if you do something like this, you could get up there in a week, or if you end up with a sideways move like this, you never know. Okay, but if this is your stop, where is it? Let me just write that down. Stop, here it is. Yeah, if this is your stop right here, and if it continues to move up a little bit and all of a sudden it just drops down, then you take the loss and you get out. Okay, that's part of doing business. But the probability, the 70% is probability is that it could continue moving up, and you can end up with about 10% profit on NTPC. I hope that is clear. And then you have Indian Hotel. Here you have the channel pattern, and then the stock above the 20 period moving average, the 20 period above the 60, and the 60 above the 200 period moving average, looking good. Okay. Now the all-time high has been crossed. Now what I'm going to do is, with this one, I would suggest you watch very carefully. There's two options. Okay, one, from the entry, you could put your target right here. Once you get to the top, that's about 7%, and you can get out. That would be good. Okay, that would be the wisest thing to do, especially for someone who is a beginner. Take that 7% and get out. The other possibility is watch and observe if this channel pattern is, this trend line is respected. Okay, if it is not respected and broken through, okay, then you can trail it. So here's my suggestion: get out at the top of this. When you get near this trend line, just get out or put a target there and just let it sell off. Okay, and then if you observe it breaking through, you can re-enter and then take some more profits after that. Okay, I hope these things are clear. I hope they help you out to get some good idea what to do. All right. So did I place a stop loss on this one? No. I thought I did, or was it on NTPC? So for this one, my stop loss would be right about here because that looks like a good, that looks like a level of resistance or support. 262.50 would be good, or you can just take 252, 262 flat like that. And that would also work, and that could be your stop loss right there. Okay. All right. And then there's two others on her watch list that is not what she has entered, but this is something to keep your eyes on. All right. Look at this. The stock is above the 20 above the 60 above the 200, and following this nice channel pattern that is looking good. Okay. So what could happen here? You could end up hitting this resistance, and then going back down, or if it continues straight up, this all-time high could be a strong resistance for a short laylet. All right. And that's another one that looks fairly good. And this is Coal India. This was something that she had already taken some profits on. Yeah, that was her first attempt and first profit making point there. And so that's, it's out of there now. So now look at this. Here is the channel pattern that had been going on for a while now, and then the 20, the 200, the 60, the 20, and the stock price. Look at that, all in a fairly good order. Okay, and now it looks like it's breaking out of this trend line. Now, what should we do? Should you jump in right there? Well, what I would do, and where's the all-time high? It may be still way up there. What is it, Coal India? So it's got a lot of possibility up ahead. Navigated territory, we would say, not unnavigated territory. So what I will do is tomorrow, next couple of days, I would just watch this. I wouldn't enter right away. Tomorrow, I will see what happens. There's a possibility that this could move down, and this trend line could be tested to see if that becomes a good, strong level of support. Okay, up to this time, this trend line was a resistance, multiple resistance levels. But all of a sudden now, since the resistance is crossed, that could become a support. But the only way to know is if this turns down, and tomorrow, if you end up with a red candle, and then the following day moving up again, bouncing off, then that would confirm that this trend line has become a support and no longer is it a resistance. Okay. Now the other possibility is that tomorrow can also be an up candle, just moving up and up. We don't know. Okay. But most the probability, I told you the difference between possibility and probability. The probability is that you can end up with a red candle, and then the following day you can end up with a move up. Okay, that is the probability. So here are the 6 stocks that this trader has been following. One, she has already made some profits on. She has now entered the next 4: BEL, Federal Bank, NTPC, and Indian Hotels are all shares, stocks that she has entered, and just waiting patiently. Nothing to do right now. Just wait patiently, daily watch and observe. Okay, that's what needs to be done. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have questions, doubts, and please leave those questions, leave those doubts in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do to help you there. God bless you. Have a great day.